Hey everyone, I'm Jessica, the Young Adult Librarian here at the West Chicago Public Library. Today I'm going to show you a few crafts that you can do this holiday season to give away as gifts. Let's get started. First up, we have our gift tags. These are available in Take and Make kits, available at the library for curbside pickup while supplies last. Inside you'll get some felt sheets with white, black, and green, some buttons, sticker gemstones, sticker lights, the gift tags, and some string. You'll also need a few supplies from home, a marker, a pencil, scissors, and some glue. It could be a hot glue gun like mine, or regular glue would work as well. To begin, we're going to use our marker to make some squiggly lines that'll be our string for our lights. Once the line is drawn out, we'll take our stickers and place them wherever we feel like they fit best. After everything is placed, we'll write a small message on the bottom. Next, we're going to take 3 of our buttons, one of each color, our hot glue gun, and we're going to place them on our gift tag to arrange them kind of like ornaments if they were hanging. Next, we'll take our marker and we'll add strings coming from the top of the gift card all the way down to our ornament button. Lastly, we'll add our small message at the bottom. Next, we'll grab our gemstones and our markers and start laying them out similarly to how we did the buttons to make them look like ornaments. Now we'll take our marker and add strings to our hanging ornaments similar to how we did before. This time I grabbed another tag to help straighten my lines out a little bit as I went since they were a little bit further down. Now I'm going to add little circles to the top of each string above the gemstone to make it look like there's a little bit of a bow on each ornament. And again, lastly, to wrap up our tag, I'll add a small message at the bottom. For our next tag, we're going to take the white felt sheet that you get in your kit, and we're going to make 3 small circles so we can shape a snowman. Once the circles are cut to the right size, I'll start gluing them down to make a snowman shape. Before gluing the top of the snowman, I'll take a little piece of string and shape that into a scarf shape, gluing it together to secure it, and then gluing it onto the tag. Once the scarf is shaped, I'll take the final piece of the snowman and glue that down. Next, I'll take my marker and add a face to the snowman, and then a few buttons down on his chest. Here you'll see I'm going to draw the snowman's hat on, but you have a piece of that black felt that you can cut out and glue to match your felt sheets. I just like the little bit of contrast having a drawing on it would have. Totally up to you. After the hat is placed, I'll write my message at the bottom to complete my tag. For our final example, we're going to take 2 buttons and our green felt sheet to make a mistletoe shape. First, I'm going to draw out the leaves shape onto my felt, and then I'll cut those out to place them on the tag. Once my mistletoe pieces are cut, I'm going to take my buttons and the pieces, kind of lay them out on the tag to find the best way to shape them together. Once I found out where I'd like to put them, I'm going to glue them down, starting with the mistletoe piece and then the button overlapping so they look like more one cohesive shape. Next, I'll go in with the button and the other piece and lay them out to see where I like them again before gluing them down. Once I got them in place where I like them, I'm going to secure them down onto the tag next to the other pieces. I'll do the same with the second button, kind of overlapping it with the mistletoe piece just to make it look more cohesive. And lastly, I'll take my marker and write a small message on the bottom to complete my tag. And there you have it, your very own DIY Christmas tags. Just remember while you're doing these that you can do them any way you want. These examples are just examples. Get creative and have some fun. Our second craft for today is going to be holiday in a jar. We're going to start with hot chocolate and then work our way to make chocolate chip M&M cookies. Let's get started. You'll need a half a cup of powdered milk, a half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, a half a cup of sugar, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, a quarter cup of chocolate chips, a quarter cup of M&Ms, a quarter cup of mini marshmallows, and 1 candy cane. So here I have all of my ingredients laid out. You'll also need a mason jar, a spoon, and a piece of string. We've got our mason jar here, and we're going to start with our first ingredient with the powdered milk, layering that in a little bit at a time with our spoon. Once we got all the powdered milk in, we want to go back in and pat that down firmly and make sure that it's in a smooth layer at the bottom. Next, we'll come in with our unsweetened cocoa powder and do the next layer. Next, we'll start tapping the sides and the bottom of the base to make sure that we get a smooth layer of the cocoa powder again. And we'll continue layering our ingredients and go in now with our sugar. Again, I'm going to go around and try to pack in the sugar as tight as I can to make sure that all of the rest of our ingredients can fit. Now we'll add our little bit of salt. Next, we'll add in our chocolate chips. We'll pack down the chocolate chips to make sure that there's room for our marshmallows next. And in go the marshmallows. Once all the ingredients are in, you can secure the mason jar with its lid. To finish our hot chocolate, I'm going to take a candy cane and secure it to the jar. This way they can stir their hot chocolate with a candy cane to give it some extra peppermint flavor. You also have the option to take some candy canes and crush them up into the hot chocolate instead of securing it to the side. I liked it this way because it gave it a little extra holiday flair, but it's totally up to you. And there you have our first holiday in a jar hot chocolate. Here's an instruction sheet you can attach to the jar so whoever you're gifting the hot chocolate to knows how to enjoy it. All they'll need is some hot water and a mug. For our next jar, you'll need 3/4 cup, a tablespoon, and a teaspoon of all-purpose flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of white sugar, a 1/2 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and 1/2 cup of M&Ms. Let's get started. You'll see I have my ingredients laid out. You'll also need a spoon and a mason jar. We'll start with our open mason jar and then combine our baking soda with our flour. Once everything is all combined, I'll start by putting my flour mixture into the open mason jar. Once all the flour is in, I'll start patting it to make it an even layer and then start packing it in with my spoon. It's really important that the ingredients are packed in tight so everything can fit all together in the jar. Next, we'll go in with our brown sugar. Once all the brown sugar is in, I'll take the bottom of my spoon and start packing it firmly. Next, I'll add in our white sugar. then I'll take the back of my spoon and start packing that in firmly. Then we'll start adding our next layer of the chocolate chips. I'll go in now with my last layer of M&Ms. And to finish, I'll put the lid tightly back on. And there you have it, your very own holiday in a jar chocolate chip M&M cookies. Here's an instruction sheet to attach to the jar so whoever you're gifting the cookies to knows how to enjoy it.